Hello and welcome back to Mr. Red Plays Wurmple Challenge Pokemon Emerald. Yeah, I wanted to show you that again for some reason. Anyway, this is the Wurmple Challenge where I try to get these 6 Wurmple as far into the game as possible. Right now, however, I'm trying to defeat the illicit Roxanne. She's here. She has Rock-type Pokemon. They're very strong, and I cannot defeat them. So specifically what I'm trying to do is get Wurmple 3 up to level 15. So join me, will you, as we enter the realms of Pokemon, and I fight this Poochyena. There's a lot of those. There's Poochyenas, there's Ninkatas, there's Talos, there's Abras. Don't really need to worry about the Abras. Also, the occasional Whismur. My biggest foe is Talo. They're birds. Also, Ninkatas are tougher. But, apart from that, everyone else is pretty easy. I don't really need to worry so much about them. But I do. I worry that they'll be okay. They're wild animals, you know. They're just out there in the woods. And then I just show up and my animals beat them up. What is it about the whole thing where there's a simple children's game such as Pokemon, and when you're a child, you love it. You play it, you love it, it's great. Then when you grow up, you're like, wait a minute, you're literally capturing wild creatures, that was cool, and forcing them to fight and you getting money from it. And everyone knows that, everyone thinks that, and everyone hears the jokes and the, you know, the stuff. But why do we do that? Why do we like to take these kids' things that are just like, oh, this will be fun, and put them in the real world? They're not in the real world, obviously. Nintendo could start an animal trafficking ring, but they don't because that's not their goal. Their goal is to make a fun children's game. But it is interesting to think about because that's what you are doing. And I guess there's a whole thing about the art you take in, especially as a child, and how that impacts you and your worldview. I don't think anyone has ever grown up to capture animals and force them to fight each other, however. What is the appeal of Pokemon, by the way, to children? What is it that children like about it? Because I liked the collection part of it, like getting all the Pokemon. Ooh, excuse me. Also the leveling. I liked the idea of, because it was very numerical. It was very numbers-based. Like you could go in and see your experience and how much you needed to level up. Level up. So I have 175 points to the next level. So I could like determine all that and be like, oh, at this level, this one evolves. It was just fun. But I don't know that everyone else who played Pokemon had that same thing. I don't know. There's that Ninkata. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It might be Ninkata or Ninsada or Ninsada or any combination of the above. Who knows? I don't. I certainly don't. If you do, let me know. Tell me in the comments below. Actually, feel free to correct me on any of my pronunciations. I don't know them all. In fact, I thought Rattata was called Ratatat. Rattata, I believe, when I was a child. I grew up thinking it was Rattata, even though the number of T's does not line up there. I gotta stop using Poison Sting. I gotta. It is good that he was hurt by the poison, but it was bad that I keep using Poison Sting. So I like horror movies. Who likes horror movies? I just gotta figure out stuff to talk about. So I'm gonna talk about horror movies. I'm trying to watch a lot of the classic series of horror movies, like all of them in a franchise. I watched all the Halloweens, talked about that on the channel. And now I'm working on A Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen the first 3. And I like them. I used to be so scared of Freddy Krueger when I was a child. And again, another thing that when I'm a kid, I think, Freddy Krueger is scary. And when I grow up, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I am so distilled, I think. That's not the right word. Desensitized, I think. I'm so desensitized to horror now that, oh no, that's scary. That I'm not scared of anything anymore. Like, I watched the freakiest horror movies and I'm just like, whatever, who cares? Like, these people are gonna die, what do I care? They're fictional. And usually, not very likable. And when they are, I'm sad when they die, not scared. So, I don't know, it's weird. I think the truest horror is the psychological aspect of what lurks inside of all of us. what I mean there is I'm going to switch out. And also, I think things are scarier when it's not suspenseful and like, oh, someone's going to get stabbed with a knife and die. When more, it's like a cerebral horror, a creepy thing. If there's some kind of monster that, it represents something more horrifying than just a man in a mask with a knife. It can be scarier. I don't know. It's this thing where it's not happening to me, so I don't care. Sure, there might be like a jump scare that I don't want to happen, but that's like more of a physical reaction than an emotional or psychological one. So it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I don't know. I could drop a plate and it'll shatter, and I'll be like, but that's not scary. So if you made a horror movie that was just plates dropping, that wouldn't be a horror movie. I don't know what to tell you. So jump scares, they can be useful and they're a tool to use, but I'm not scared by them, and I don't think that's effective horror. I think cerebral stuff, very heady mind fuckery is horror, so that you can do stuff with that. And yeah, and there's definitely room for suspense. Like A Quiet Place is a very suspenseful movie, and I loved it. And it was I wouldn't say that I was scared by it, but it was a horror movie that I enjoyed, and it was suspenseful, and the suspense was successful. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I like monsters though. I especially like big monsters. I love the Godzilla movies. That's another series that I want to watch at some point. Yeah, the new Godzilla King of the Monsters is coming out next week. Actually, people are theorizing that there's going to be a new trailer soon. I hope there isn't one before I release this, because that would be embarrassing. On the other hand, I hope there is one before I release this, because I want another trailer. It's a conundrum. That first trailer is so good, though. For Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. Claire de Lune. So good. I love it. It is nice. I like giant monsters. There's something like just gripping and compelling about an enormous beast, an impossibly large thing. Because nothing like that exists. I think the biggest animal we have are whales, but who cares about whales? They're in the ocean. I don't care. On land, I think like, elephants or giraffes or something? Who cares? And they're not that big. I mean, yeah, they're big. They're bigger than humans, obviously, but compared to Godzilla, no. Godzilla towers over towers, which is funny. All right, Wurmple 3, get with the program. You're almost there, level 13. We can definitely get there this episode, but you got to get your head in the game. You little gross worm head. That's the thing. Wurmple are disgusting. I don't know why I'm doing this. I hate bugs. I'm like Misty in that one episode of Pokémon that I mentioned earlier. Can't escape. Guys, what did I tell you? This shouldn't be. This is unacceptable, dude. There should be a mod. I bet there's mods, right? There's got to be mods for Pokémon. I bet there's mods. There's got to be mods where people are like, hey, I don't like this. I'll change it. Abra! Stop it! I can't with this Abra stuff. Stop. I can't. I'm at the end of my rope here. This is stupid. If this is an Abra, oh boy. Whew. That was lucky. I might have had a conniption fit. Alright, now there's a good question. What the hell is a conniption fit? I feel like I did look this up at one point and it was like just getting angry at something. But what is a conniption? What does that mean? That's like one of those ancient, archaic words that just is completely devoid of any value or meaning now because it doesn't mean anything now. Like, let's break it down etymologically. A conniption. A con means to lie about something. No, I'm level 13 though, and I'm gonna level up, and I don't want that. Con means without, and iption, maybe that has something to do with like gumption, which is like another archaic word that also kind of is devoid of meaning. I think it means something like you can do it. But I don't think conniption means that. I don't know. It's stupid. Who cares? Everything is pointless. I'm gonna heal. Yeah. We're doing this again. Whatever. Fuck you. Who cares? Yeah. Hope to see you again. I stuck my tongue out. You couldn't see, but you know. You know what's happening. Let's go back into the grass and fight some more. Wurmple 3. Now he has a long way to go. This is always the thing about progression. You get to a point, you're happy, but then to get to the next point, you realize you're at the beginning of a point section, and you have to start from scratch again. Guys. No! I can't do this. I can't. I don't have it in me. At least, wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still doing 3 damage. Shouldn't my defense have risen? I'll go, I guess, Ninkata, this one is level 7, not level 6 the way the others were. This is going to take a while, so I better hope and pray to the almighty spaghetti monster that poisoning happens soon. Come on, come on! You can do it. I believe in Harvey Dent. Not very effective. Not poisoned! Well, we'll try again. Harden? That's fine. Actually, it's not. Don't do that! There's only one thing I want you to do, and that is scratch. Do you hear me? Or if you have some kind of like... Oh, there we go. Or miss. Do whatever you want and miss. That's fine. Don't harden and don't leech life. If you have... I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. I don't even care where I was going with that sentence. I'm so emotionally drained at this point. Nothing matters. What do you guys think matters? Let me know in the comments. Ninkata, chill. Alright? Just chill. I'm almost there, though. I think this is going well for me. He's not doing much damage to me, Mr. Red. See, look at that. That's what I like. Yeah, keep using Scratch. Keep using Scratch. That's what we need. That's what we want. So I got the Switch. He would have gotten it by now, my brother. I talked about this a couple episodes ago. He liked it. Yay, it was a success. I don't know, I wasn't there. Well, I will be there. I wasn't there now. This me wasn't there, but that me will have been done there. So, yeah. Excited about that, I am. Yoda now. I'm gonna go heal again, because that took a lot out of me, kind of, and you know what? Why not? Plus, it gives me an excuse to end the episode. So, thank you for watching. You can find me on Twitter, at Mr. spelled out the long, short way, Red Prod. That's at Red Prod, Mr. Red Productions. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Mr. Red's Production. Let me try that again. You can find me on Facebook at Mr. Red Let me try that again. Facebook.com/Mr. spelled out the long way Red Productions. Was that so hard? Follow us there. Come back daily. More episodes tomorrow. Daily episodes of Wurmple Challenge. Come back. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.